medical issues that can really affect your dog's behavior. And wanted to let you know what's been going on at our house for the past couple weeks and why my Christmas tree just got put up. It has no ornaments. I have no decorations. My Iggy, the black one, oh, it's opposite. Iggy spent last weekend at the hospital. He has recently been diagnosed with having Addison's disease. And so I wanted to talk to you about some symptomatic things to look for in your dog and what to do if your dog is diagnosed with a chronic condition. So that cheery note, what to look for. What happened last week was my picky poodle completely stopped eating. He's always picked at his food, and last Friday he just refused to eat. And not only was he not eating, he was very lethargic. My usually peppy poodle just was curled up in a little ball, no energy. So of course we immediately run him to the vet. Blood work, all of that, and the blood work shows that he had kidney infection. So the vet starts, treating him for that, flushing out his kidneys, rehydrating him, etc. And he said this is symptomatic of poisoning. And we're like, there's nothing he could have gotten into. He doesn't get in the trash. He doesn't do any of that. Again, picky poodle, hello. And no plants that he couldn't have gotten into. We searched everything, and I start thinking, oh my gosh, did the neighbor chuck something over the fence? You just think of all these horrible things. So then he says, well, this is also, these kidney issues, and blood work can be indicative of Addison's disease. And so they, of course, do the test, comes back positive. Which, as much as I don't want him to have it, I'm glad that it's something that can be treated. And it is treatable, but he's going to have to be on medication the rest of his life. And that medication has side effects. All medications have side effects. Now, I'm sure you're like, what the heck is Addison's disease, Sid? Well, Addison's disease is basically when your adrenal glands don't produce enough cortisol. Ironically enough, my previous love of my life, Bosley, I can't even mention his name without tearing up a little bit, had Cushing's disease, and which is the opposite of Addison's. Cushing's is when your adrenals produce too much cortisol. So bottom line, your body is an amazing machine, and a little bit of fluctuation here or there throws everything off. So be grateful when it's working, take care of it, and be grateful when your pets' bodies are working as they should be, because a little fluctuation here or there throws everything off, really badly off. So symptoms to look for, just in general: loss of appetite, not drinking at all, lethargic, obviously diarrhea, vomiting, those types of things, big red flags. And if your dog has multiple issues, walk, do not run, or I'm sorry, run, do not walk to the phone to call your vet and reach out and see what's going on. If your dog is diagnosed with a chronic condition, such as Addison's, Cushing's, diabetes. I've had 2 diabetic dogs. And again, all medications will have side effects. So be very forthcoming with your vet, asking lots of questions about what those side effects are. Are they going to drink more? Are they going to be hungry? Are they going to lose their appetite? How will that medication affect your dog? And then how will that condition affect your dog? So being on steroids the rest of his life, or else he's gonna die. How does that affect his behavior? Well, it makes him hungry, makes him really hungry, makes them drink more. They're very thirsty. So behavior consequences of that are, if they start to countersurf to get that food because they're hungry. The motivation. Hunger is a really good motivator. Don't I know it? So they can do some countersurfing. They can do some trash digging. Resource guarding. That's another side effect that we see a lot with dogs that have increased appetites. Oh, Rudy, that's lovely. Nobody wants to see that. Thank you. Gross. So keeping that in mind, moving forward now with Iggy, and if you have a dog that has a chronic medical condition, is on medication, knowing those side effects, I'm going to be aware of, if he starts to do any of these behaviors, and feeding him, making sure that I'm spacing it out and doing all of that correctly. So, and I was also going to mention with the steroids like prednisone, it makes them drink more. They're thirsty, so they drink more. And then, of course, they're going to have to pee more. So that's another side effect that happens, is sometimes we have housebreaking issues going on because they just have to pee more. So we have to get them outside more. So modifying our behavior to help modify their behavior, basically. And yeah, so there you have it. Watch your dog's behavior changes. If you need to reach out, reach out. Because of the holidays, well, in general, but especially with the holidays coming, I love the trees that are pre-lit because I didn't have to do anything. Seriously, we haven't decorated the tree. We'll just put it up. But with the holidays coming up, if your vet is closed, so really, really important to have an emergency vet. So you don't want to lose precious time when you call your vet, find out they're closed New Year's Day or New Year's Eve or whatever, lose precious time going, oh, who do we call? No, you have that emergency vet already, so you can just pick up the phone and contact them, and off you go. So have a vet ready, have an emergency vet ready, and watch for any symptoms, and don't second guess it. I would much rather have you go to the vet, take your dog in, and get the eye roll of, what are you doing here? Trust me, I get the eye roll a lot, and that's fine. I'll take the eye roll all day over having a potentially very ill dog. So treatment is really important. Timing, get them in, get them taken care of, and then ask a lot of questions as far as side effects and how this may affect their behavior. In general, if it's not something as serious as Addison's or Cushing's or diabetes or something like that, simply your dog being hungry can lead to resource guarding. Your dog being hungry can lead to, counter surfing. So again, being in really good communication with your vet as far as how much your dog should be eating, and when they should be eating. There's going to be breed differences. There's going to be individual differences. So finding that information from your vet. When your dog is tired, older dogs, just like us, as we get older, it's like, I'm tired. I don't want to deal with this. And so sometimes you find that with your dog too. If they're exhausted, maybe they're a little bit shorter with the other dogs, they're going to growl or bark at them where they didn't before. So hunger, fatigue, fear. Fear is the biggest motivator there is. I see so many fear cases, especially with rescue dogs. Fear is a huge motivator. It's the biggest motivator for all living creatures because it's self-preservation. So if you have a dog that has had trauma and you're dealing with those fear issues, fear, hunger, fatigue, thirst, those basic survival instincts can very easily and highly impact your dog's behavior. So please keep all of that in mind. And You'd never know. Where is he? Right here on the couch. You'd never know a week ago this dog was on death's door. It's insane. So I mean, thank God for good medical care. Thank God for science. Thank God for treatment, and that we're able to do something with him. So go play with your dog. On that cheery note, I know I'm so positive, aren't I? Go play with your dog. Go enjoy their health. Give thanks for their health. Our health is the one thing that we tend to just take for granted so much, don't we? Until we don't have it. But health is everything. It's everything. If you don't have your health, you can't enjoy anything else in life.